questions that are basic are things like, who are we? And what are we actually going to do? What are we going to do? How are we actually going to live our lives? Are we going to reach our own decisions? At what point do you say, forget what anybody else says or what anybody else thinks? I have to reach my own decisions. And stick by them. And not worry about whether I'm with a crowd or a majority or whether I stand all on my own. What other people think, what other people don't think, what other people are willing to go along with without questioning, that's their problem and not mine. And if everyone else is jumping off a cliff and nobody wants to question it and reach their own decisions, and maybe you're the only one willing to reach your own decision and say, wait a second, I don't want to jump off a cliff. You might be the only one left standing when everyone else has jumped off. So I watch movies and I think about, what's the point of it? What is the point of it? The movie producers say, well, the point is just to provide entertainment and to get box office, to make money. That's the point. And anything other than making money and getting a wide audience is the wrong path. And you shouldn't try to make a statement. You shouldn't try to make any kind of a moral statement in a film. No, that's wrong. That's for church to take care of. That's not for the movies. Well, that's one attitude. On the other hand, you find yourself asking, well, why the hell should we be interested in making movies in the first place? And that brings me to the other thought. A lot of people are very focused on goals, and they say, my goal is to be a filmmaker. My goal is to be a writer. My goal is to be a composer. And I find something wrong with this, something empty about this. Personally, I don't think that, I think those are hollow goals. I think that films or books or music or anything else of that sort, any kind of creation, the point that they should be a tool, that the medium should be a tool and not an end in itself. So if you say, my goal is to be a filmmaker and to be making films, that's success. My goal is to be an author, and as long as I'm publishing books, that's success. And I think that books and films and art and music should be tools and not ends. There has to be something else that you're trying to express through whichever medium. Expressing through film, art, music, books. That has to be the central thing. Has to be that, first of all, that you're a person, that you are a human being, and as a human being, you find it useful to have these artistic tools to express whatever it is about being a human being that means something to you. And when you reach that understanding, then you should start to realize that the art, the film, the music should not be an end in itself, but a means. Not an end, but a means to express something else. And when people get this attitude that these tools are the end in themselves, that to produce movies, to publish books, to make recordings of music, that's the goal, then it ends up being hollow. Then you start churning stuff out for the sake of producing. And it ends up, most of it, lacking in substance. So there you go.